You want me to do something so what you're doing in the little plate over here?
What little plate? What little plate?
Do you want me to finish something that you're doing on the little plate over here?
We're just gonna sprinkle that on our salad. We can put it in a little bowl or a Ziploc baggie.
Okay. I ran out of the
Ziploc?
the little ones.
Put it in a little bowl.
Yeah, I'll see.
And separate from the salad. Then we need the salad. We can sprinkle it. So, Aunt Maria, where are you going today?
Well, I'm going to go visit Nikki, and then also...
Who's Nikki?
Nicolasa Garcia, my sister, and see how things are this morning.
Okay.
And then Dr. Tripp is going to take me at... I forgot what hour he's going to take me.
1:30 p.m.
At 1:30 p.m. he's going to see me.
And he wants to look at all your...
And wants to see all my medications and see what's going on. Think maybe that I'm not taking them all, and that's what's causing my problem. Okay.
What do you think you're going to do?
I do not have an idea at all. We're going to talk about it, and we'll see what we go from there.
You were telling me a while ago that you had an idea of what you might have to do.
Well, I thought maybe that I could go to St. Catherine, and because I cannot take care of myself, and I think I need help. Okay.
What kind of help do you need?
Well, for me to take my medications and on time, and that I take them okay, all right, and that's about it.
Who's helping you now? Is it like neighbors and...
Well, our neighbors are helping me a lot, you know, the neighbors that we have real good neighbors, and also my niece Felicia is here from Austin helping me, which I really do appreciate this. And of course she's not feeling well herself. She needs attention also.
We all do.
Yes,
we all do. We all need to take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
And we all need to look out for one another.
Yes. And then my cousins from Fort Worth came to spend some time with me.
What's their names?
And their names are the Hewitts.
Connie.
And Connie Hewitt and Billy Hewitt and Gracie. They came and stayed several days. Then also La Chata, which was our neighbor.
What's her real name?
Her name is Maria Palacios Salinas.
Why do you call her Chata?
Because she was chatita cuando estaba a little girl. So we all call her La Chata, you know.
Yeah.
And she came to stay with me too also. She came 3 nights. And I have just had wonderful help.
Good.
And I thank everybody.
What about Manuel?
Oh, Manuel, I'll tell you, we can't do without Manuel. Because he helps, and the Marquez family helps all of us.
Lupe?
Yes.
Lupita también.
And Lupita Hall and her family, and they're helping us as much as they can.
And who comes to give you like your communion, and who visits you at your home?
Senior Darien also comes and gives us communion every first Friday, but now he is in Ireland because his brother is very, very ill. So he said that he hoped that maybe Nikki could wait until he got here. And but anyway, we thank him for also.
How do you think Nikki is now? Dear Nikki.
Well, according to what the doctor says and the nurses, it's just a matter of time. So we just praying to our dear Lord that she don't suffer so much.
Well, with all these older sisters you've had, you've been the baby, la bebe.
Yes, I have been la bebe to them.
So what's going to happen now? You're going to be the oldest.
And so I was their child. They didn't. My sister that got married didn't have any children, and so I was her child too.
And you also had another family.
The Ballesteros family, you know, that
daddy.
That my daddy and so Margie came to stay with me a week.
Luz.
Yes.
2 sisters. Who are your 2 sisters in the Ballesteros?
My sisters were Cristina Segura and Lucy
Bravo.
Bravo, Ballesteros, yeah. And,
Did you get to see them very much?
well, they came, yes, we went to Chicago and visited my sister Lucy, and then also we visited my sister Christina, and we kept in touch. We kept really in touch
Did
with
your
them.
sister have children? Your sisters, did they have children?
Oh, yes. Christina had just lovely persons. In fact, Felicia's one of them that's staying here with me.
Hi.
And the other one is Sylvia. And then there was Danny, and he's passed away. And there was Junior, and he's still living. And let's see. And Lucy had 5. She had Steve, Margie, and Rosemary,
Frankie.
and Frankie, and Mike.
Okay. Let's walk and look at. Do you have some flowers on your table right now?
Yes.
You want to show me your flowers?
They're beautiful flowers that Felicia brought to put it in the dining room.
Let's go look at the flowers.
They're kind of little rosebuds, pink rosebuds.
Can you turn the light on so we can see them? Oh, is this them right here?
And they're right here.
Can you hold them up?
They are beautiful. They're the kind of little pink rosebuds. She got them yesterday while we were out.
Let me see outside the car. Oh, very pretty.
And then also, she got some.
You got some pictures going on here. What's
Yes, these are the pictures I've taken out, so I can put on the table for Nicolasa.
Okay.
And you know, during the
You have a piano in the other room, I see. Do you play the piano?
oh, I did at one time.
Okay.
But
Let's go look at that.
I hadn't had time to really play the piano. Yes.
Do you play very good?
A little bit, not that much. But I love the piano.
Can you play Matrimonio de Amor?
The one?
Matrimonio de Amor?
I know, I can't. I don't know.
Well, play whatever you want to
practice.
play.
I need practice.
Just practice.
And we have these beautiful angels that were given. They're kind of they sing. They have a real pretty voice, and they.
Yeah.
And
what is this little guitar here?
oh yes, it was given to me from Spain.
And there's another guitar.
Yes, yes.
And a piano.
And the little
with a
piano that
guitar.
was from Germany that my nephew brought me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hear a little bit of your music. You pick a song you want.
I don't know what I can. The waves. No, I don't know what happened there.
Just play one of your favorites. You know, when I was growing up, all I knew is Tia Maria and the piano. Tia Maria and dancing. Tia Maria and the guitar. Tia Maria's music. When you talked, it was like a song.
I have not played it in so long, I think I've forgotten how to play it.
Maybe not. Just kind of relax and play.
have not played the sharps and flats in so long. I forgot.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Pick another little Red Sails in the Sunset, or what was the one you said Mama liked? Fascination?
Fascination. I have to look at the music.
Make it up. You can do it. Oh, that was Felicia's song. Bravo!
Okay, that's it.
And you turn the light
That's
on.
it.
Did you have a favorite one?
Well, yes, I do, but
What is it? What's your favorite one?
Stardust. I like Stardust, and I
Mhm.
like Fascination. And
What's your most? You said "Hush, Little Baby" was your most favorite. Is that right?
Yes.
Can you do Fascination?
My music teacher was named Rosa Bad. She was German, and I started taking lessons when I was 6 years old. I could barely reach my feet at the piano doors, and Josie also took voice from her. She taught voice, and I went to play for her at a concert, a recital that she was to sing, you know, and we enjoyed it. We love music, and we invited children to come over and sing Christmas carols during the Christmas season, and we enjoy music. We love music.
What is the most memorable moment you've had in your life that was just really exciting for you?
Well, the most memorial that I recall is that we would have Christmas, and friends would come, and we would have a concert here at the house, and some of them were nephews and nieces that would come and play their instruments, and we had a program, and we even go Christmas caroling, and we just had a wonderful time. It was really nice together, you know.
Did you get to spend some time with all of your sisters? Aunt Mary, Aunt Nikki, Aunt Josie, Tia Luz,
And yes, and
my
Christina,
mama, Christina.
they would come, and we would just be very happy, recalling old times, and laughing and crying, and we just had a wonderful time together.
So how did you feel when your sister, your older sister, Tia Luz, got married and went to Chicago?
Oh my gosh, yes, that day I was coming from high school, and all the sweethearts would meet there at the railroad station at MK&T. That's where they would date. And I went through there to drink some water with my friends, and my sister Lucy was sitting there on a bench thinking that maybe, you know, on a date. And she was leaving that day to elope with her husband, Vicente.
Did you know him?
I knew him. Yes,
Oh,
I
you
knew
had
him.
already met
Yeah,
him.
I had met him, you know.
Yeah.
But I was surprised when my father was asking, "Have you seen Lucy?" I couldn't tell you.
Which father?
Her father, Francisco Ballesteros.
Your father.
Yes,
He's your father
Said
too.
if I had seen Lucy, and of course, you know, I told him yes, I had seen. So
What could you
that
say?
was the story. Yeah.
So what about when your sister Christine left? You were with your Ballesteros sisters had gone, and one moved to Chicago and one moved to Dallas.
Yes.
And you had, but your sisters here in Waco that adopted you,
Yes.
they all stayed in Waco.
Yes, we stayed here in Waco. Yes.
And what kind of work did you do?
Well, I had worked with the Buchanan's Laundry for many, many years. I started as a house girl, and then there was an opening in the office, and I had gone to 4C College. So I had taken a course in secretarial program, you know, that they had. And so when I even went to school at night to finish, because I was starting to work at the Buchanan's. And I went into there, it was a secretarial job, and then I went as a bookkeeper. And then I left there and I went to work at Montgomery Ward. Also, they were starting the big machines there, the postage machines, and I had you know, learned how to do that at 4C College. And so I got in there. At that time, the Montgomery Ward was closing. So I went to a B&B Sporting Goods, which wanted a translator that could speak English and Spanish, because they did business with Mexico. And I also was in their work in their office. And then from there, they went bankrupt. It was following me. So then I went to Amicable Life Building. Also, I was in insurance business there. I had never worked with insurance, but I learned. Then I went in, they went bankrupt and went to Houston. They was following me. So my girlfriend that used to work at B&B Sporting Goods says, "Maria, come quick. There's an opening at Waco Tribune Herald." And so I started. At that time, there was no computer. I had to type all the commercials and ads by typewriter, which was, you know, hard.
Was that an electric typewriter or manual?
Manual typewriter, not electric. And so then there was an opening in the accounting department, because they knew that I knew accounting. And so I went into the accounting, and I retired from there in 1994.
But I also understand that you worked for the newspaper in Waco.
Yeah, Waco Tribune Herald. Yes, I worked for the Waco Tribune Herald, and I retired from there.
What did you do at the Tribune?
At the Tribune, I started, like I told you, with typing the ads and then the commercial on typewriter, manual. And then after I'd been there a time, they started their computers. And so they asked me if I wanted to go and learn the computer, and that's what I did.
Good.
So, yeah.
So you know how to use computers?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
There isn't anything you don't know how to play.
It was very interesting, and I made a lot of friends there, and I retired there from the Waco Tribune Herald.
I understand you also played the guitar?
Well, I did it one time, but it's got just like everything else, you know, you kind of forget things, you know, and you just don't.
Just strum a little. You can put the strap on. Just hum.
See if I can remember the C key.
Okay.
Let's see if I can remember. Okay. I think it's this. Okay, anymore. The calluses have gone from my hand.
You can teach me the chords and I'll play it for you. Tell me what chords I'll play it for you. Pretty guitar, it's a good sound.
Okay.
I don't know the words. But you played, did you teach guitar at one time?
Yes, at one time,
And you taught piano?
And I had gotten a beautiful guitar in Mexico when I was in one of my trips. And it was made by this gentleman that made the guitars. But I still have it, yeah.
Well, whose guitar is that?
This guitar belongs to Felicia Molandes. And she can really play the guitar. She can just play anything that you want. And yes, but music runs to the family. We love music.
So I heard you have a cousin or nephew that plays with a big band out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh yes, Domingo Ortiz. He plays with the band of
Widespread Panic. Widespread panic. Widespread panic.
Widespread
Panic.
panic. And I have heard it play on television on the Austin City Limits.
Yes, they do.
I haven't been invited, but I had just done every old time.
Well, you and I both need an invitation because I would love to go see them. But they show them on the PBS local network on ACL, and that comes out of Austin.
Yes,
And they are huge. The music stores tell me, I mention him, and they go, "Oh, that band is huge."
They are my real cousins.
And they are our cousins.
Yeah, they're our cousins.
Well, thank you very much for... I'm going to let you put the guitar away.
Okay.
And Tia, thank you very much for sharing your story with me.
Oh, you're welcome, honey. It was a short story, but it was kind of...
Very comprehensive.
Yes, yeah.
Well, I know you need to get ready for your doctor's appointment, so
Yes,
we can look at this in a little while.
My doctor is Dr. Carl Tripp, and he has attended to me for several years.
Is he a good doctor?
He's a family doctor.
Is he a good doctor?
Oh, he's a good doctor. Very good.
What's
He's
his
young.
name again? What's his name?
Dr. Carl Tripp.
Oh, we'll have to remember that.
Yes.
He took really good care of Aunt Josie.
And Josie.
Aunt Nikki.
And Nikki.
And you.
And me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Thank you, Tia. This is going to go in our history, and probably a lot of your nieces and nephews are going to get copies of this if I can put it up.
They'll be surprised at some of the things I said. Yes.
So, is there anything that you would like to say to your nieces and nephews?
I want them to educate themselves. I know that the senior ones have already gotten masters and degrees and all, but I want the young ones to continue studying so they can be well educated and can progress in their life.
You think education is important in life?
Very important. Yes, very important.
Okay. What else is important in life that you think?
Well, I think it's keeping the good health also is very important. Taking care of themselves. And our dear Lord to help them with their progress in whatever they do. Yes.
And that's the message that you send to your nieces and nephews?
Yes, definitely.
And do you kind of like them a little bit?
I love them. They're all just wonderful nephews and nieces. They keep in touch with me. I love them all. Amen. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.